The truth is an irony, just like animal farm. Justice mean inequity. So who go say the truth? Who go say the truth? Christian can say silence. Islamic leaders silence. Kings and queens silence. Traditional leaders silence. So who go say the truth? We are the workers of comfort call. Now by area, why no better? We are the workers of comfort call. One guy's out here, why no better? Who go say the truth? Who go say the truth? Oh, he need it now, see what I see so. Now your friend on a nine come at them. Only papi obeka na sembia. So I want one over you. Everybody was afraid. And until I learned to my cottage again, once my boy dumping one another. But who go tell the truth? Nanai or say me. Nanso bien person beka wasam because everybody is afraid. Anya safwe muayini. Aku drop nyina dalima. And who go say the truth? Obiaja konson so to grow Germansa to me biaka kobrafo. Efo anyina ye. Efo wanyina ye. Na so kutrata down na so bidia bako why no keke. Afene fo be mane mo piafo efo ne cross on my mo. Anya safwe muayini. Akuku trofo nyina dalima. And who go say the truth? Abaya di bote chino. Yedi bi bebo nyande bi. Kachi sa udi oma upipi numa. Udi oma never shine my frafonsa. But who go tell the truth? TUC silence. Even journalists silence. So then who go say the truth? Right is right, wrong is wrong, no matter how you justify. You say you wanna get rid of corruption. Someone want to help you. Now the person become your target. Jobless no they mean senseless. Poverty no they mean useless. One day them go resist.
Hello and welcome once again to MyView Show, coming to you live on today's Ghana News TV. It's been a while, but wonderful as it is, we are back together as we meet on this socio-political program every evening to start the week running. Today is a privilege that we come your way on this show to discuss a book that has been in circulation since 2016, popularly titled Ajapadiye Book. Is this book a fiction or a reality? We want to look at it, discuss it, and have our views on it. And we look at elections 2024, preparation so far. So it's always a privilege, as I did indicate, to be in your homes on a wonderful Monday evening like this. And we are live on all our social media networks, on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all on the name Today's Ghana News TV. And we're equally carried on other networks, which will be announced as we go along with the program. So we will take a little commercial break, and when we come back, I will introduce to you my guest for this evening, and together we will share our views on this Ajapadiye book. Stay tuned and share the link that many more other people can join us. Thank you once again for joining us this evening.
Yo, Yamamu Ajo, Esan, Emamu Akaba, Edubano Kerme, Ding at the Antonia Kipa, Ifania, the Nocrenum, Atubibia, it was Edda.
Tune in on today's Ghana News TV on our usual socio-political show, MyView.
Jumedi and Today Ghana News TV, so on Today Ghana News TV, when you're live, or YouTube.
And then Yamiasi, and then so I have ready person in which share. Today Ghana News TV Kasafidie show.
Today Ghana News TV, we are the masters of the game.
Welcome back. In the run-up to the 2016 elections, subsequently to 2018, there was this book that was in circulation, Ajapadia book. The book has raised a lot of controversies. We do not know the reality about the book, but everything in the book seems to have been implemented according to the structure in the book. We want to find out, is it a fiction or is it a reality? Or it is somebody who actually slept and got revelations and put a book together? In having this discussion, I am privileged this evening to have no other person but Dr. Mashood Abongo, who happens to be the chairman of the New Patriotic Party of the Russia branch. I think MPP, the countries usually are branches. So, Dr. Mashood, well, I'm very privileged to have you this evening for us to look at this Ajapadia book, whether it is a reality or it's a fiction, and where it is leading us to. It's my privilege to welcome you.
Thank you, John. I want to use this opportunity to greet all your listeners and your viewers wherever they are. And I also want to, first of all, greet our president, the president of Ghana, President Nana Akufo-Addo, for his good work. And also to extend my greetings to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as he's touring around the country doing his campaigning. And all MPP members, executives, wherever they are, I extend my greetings to them. Thank you.
Wonderful. I'm sure they are very grateful and they are happy to hear from you. But you are in Russia and we hear a lot of things going on. I hope you are safe.
Yes, Russia is safe. Russia is safe than any other place. It's even safer than America. You know, America, you can just be walking and someone will just use a gun, off you go. But Russia is very, very safe. And people think Russia and Ukraine are fighting. Actually, Russia and Ukraine are not fighting. It is Russian soldiers that are in Ukraine fighting. But Russia is peaceful. And
Russian soldiers are in Ukraine fighting.
But it's not Russia and Ukraine that is fighting. It's Russian soldiers that are in Ukraine fighting in Ukraine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we thank God that you are safe, and we know fellow Ghanaians who are in Russia are equally safe. It's good to have you. As I did indicate, we have this book that has been in circulation for a very long time, Ajapadia book. But even before we dig into the book itself, recently you made a publication which looks a bit interesting to me, and probably you can give us a little insight into it. how Akufo-Addo is implementing Ajapadiye. What does
Yeah,
that mean?
Yeah, first of all, I would just want to say, because we are talking about war, I would just want to say war is never good. And to me personally, either Russia is right or Ukraine is right. War is never good. At the end of the day, people are dying. And Dave don't know a Ukrainian, Dave doesn't know a Russian. We are all human beings. So I only pray that the West and Russia should come together and end this conflict. I wrote an article about this. This war can never be won on the battlefield unless we use diplomacy. And diplomacy means that the two of them should sit down and solve it, and it will be peaceful everywhere. Let's not forget this war is affecting everybody across the world because Russia is the leading producer of fertilizer, and Russia and Ukraine are the leading producer of wheat. So once the war is going on, farmers cannot farm. We cannot get wheat across, and wheat is used to make wheat fly that produce bread. So that is that. Then let me go back to my article, as you rightly stated, because I realized that the Ajapadiye per se, they said Nana Akufo-Addo. Before I even go there, this Ajapadiye initially, as you rightly stated, it was named Achim Manfia in 2016 when the Ajapadiye Royals issue came out, and they quickly changed the name to Ajapadiye. So first of all, I sat down, did a bit of research. Actually, that Ajapadiye book, I did not read it. I did not read it because as a researcher or somebody who's interested in research, we are told that you should always find out the editor. Anyone who writes an article or something, you should find the author. And when I did a lot of research, I couldn't find any author of this book. People are associating it to other people's, and when you ask those they are associated, they are refusing to say it is for me. So that means the book itself doesn't have an author. So if a book doesn't have an author, then there's no any credibility in it.
Dr. Abongo, in research, there are a bit of exceptions. I don't know. I don't know. Do you believe in the Bible or the Quran?
I believe in both.
You believe in both?
Yes.
Now, so when you pick the Bible, who is the author of the Bible?
The author of the Bible?
Yes, please.
See, if you are going to talk about the Bible have a lot of many authors. Per the revelation that I and you know, we are told that God revealed. So it has a lot of authors.
So, do you know specifically the authors
of the
Bible?
Oh, I know, because if you look at Moses, they say God revealed to Moses, and we learn about Moses, what God told Moses, and
so
that we written down.
Which book in the Bible was written by Moses?
Which book in the Bible was written by
Moses?
I have to go there and check because I was not prepared for this, so I have to go back and check.
Yeah,
I know the books.
But basically, you and I know that the Bible is an inspired book, and that's why we believed it. And there is no specific author to the Bible. So in that sense, you cannot say that you don't believe because there is no specific author. But you know very well that in the political
this is different. The Bible is written by revelations.
Revelations?
Different, yes. Because when Jesus came and did certain things, it has been written in the Bible.
Who wrote it? Who wrote it?
Who wrote it? Oh, we have the New King James Version. And if you go and Google King James Version, you know the particular person who wrote it.
No. Okay, let's leave
the particular person who wrote it. Right? If you go to Ghana, the one who translated it into Twi, if you click, you see this was translated by this ABC. And if you ask the person, you say, yes, I translated it.
No, if you look at translations, it's always a group. All the same, let's leave it as it is. You are saying that you did not read a book because there is no author to it, and you are a researcher. That is good about it. Your article, How Akufo-Addo is Implementing Ajapadiye. What's the significance?
Yes, and let me just go to my article. I was just like to make the foundation. You see, when we talk of Ajapadia, you know, if they talk about Ajapadia, it is inheritance, right? In Ghana, Ajapadia, me papa Ajam Ajapadia. My mom died or my parents died, and I have inherited their property. That is simply Ajapadia. So they are saying that Nana Akufo-Addo is doing Ajapadia for his family, right? So I asked myself, what is Nana Akufo doing for his family as compared to what Nana Akufo is doing for Ghanaians? So I sat down and I analyzed it, and I realized that this is a man who brought free SHS. And I sat down and looked at the budget on free SHS. I said, no, if this man wanted to do an Ajapadia for his family, then he would have not been interested in investing huge amount of money in training Ghanaian youth, in training the younger ones, in training the next generation. So I said, no, this book is just a calculated misinformation that the opposition party tried to introduce it as one of their propaganda messages. And you know, I am in Russia and I know John Mahama studied here. I know have that ideology of the Soviet Union propaganda. So basically, when I sat down and I analyzed the information going on, I realized that no, let me kill the propaganda. So I wrote the article to tell Ghanaians how Nana Akufo-Addo is implementing the Japadia. And the Japadia is what we have entrusted in Nana Akufo-Addo as the president. And he has taken our taxpayers' money, our resources, and is investing it back in the Ghanaian youth. What the opposition party could not do. Because when they were in power, parents were paying school fees. And when Nana Akufo-Addo came, he said, no, parents, if you have any amount of money to pay, don't pay. The uniform, the feeding, don't pay. It's never done in any part of the world, apart from Ghana. No any part of the world that you go, students will go to school, free education, they will be fed, they will get uniform. Even in Russia here, there's free education. But they don't stay on campus. From class 1 to the university to class 12. They don't stay. It's free, but you go to school, they'll feed you 1 meal. When you close, you come back home. Yes, the government sponsor those who have, they call it many family. If you have 3 children, the government provides uniforms. If you don't have 3 children, the government doesn't provide uniforms. So I'm telling Ghanaians that the book is never true and it will not be true. Because Nana Akufo-Addo is rather implementing the Ajapadia by investing in the Ghanaian youth. And when he invests in the Ghanaian youth, this youth will one day become ministers, will become president. So any Ajapadia they are saying that Nana Akufo-Addo is inheriting for their families, this Ghanaian youth will fight over it. So it is never true. If I want to inherit something, I will not be interested in educating the youth so that they will know that this is what I have done. Then if it is actually true, then Nana Akufo-Addo will not be interested in educating the youth. He would have allowed them to be literate. And I and you know, Jerome, I and you know that if you're an illiterate, if someone is an illiterate, he can't fight over what is right for him because he doesn't know. But if you educate someone, it's power. You have given that person power to be able to fight you in another day. So this is how Nana Akufo-Addo is implementing the Japadia.
You see, Dr. Bongo, let's look at this issue of Ajapadia from the academic point of view.
Okay.
Not as people who are interested in the development of Ghana, not because we are members of a political party. If you say that Akufo-Addo is implementing it for the benefit of the entire country, the book is not a reality. Yet, Akufo-Addo is implementing it for the benefit of the entire country. What is he implementing? The book is not true, but he's implementing it for the benefit of the entire country. So what is he implementing?
So, like I rightly said, it is the title that I use to write my article. And I'm basing my facts based on the title. You see, the title is Ajapadia. The Ajapadia means Nana Akufo-Addo is giving Ghanaians Ajapadia to his family. That is just what is in the book. If you read the book, I've not actually have time to read the book because, like I rightly said, but I've listened to people who spoke about the book. So I said to myself that I wouldn't waste my time to read the book, but I'll listen to people who are debating on the book based on what they are debating. Then, because I try to find the author of the Japadier, I can't find. People have associated it to the Achim family or Nana Kubadu's family, and you ask Gabi Ochiritako, he says it's nonsense. And if you even look at the cover of the book, I was listening to some analysts. The cover of the book is Prempe. A Prempe is not a family of Achim Mafia. You brought somebody in our Prempe to come and put in the book and you say. So you see, that is why I'm saying that the title is a Japadier. And if you are talking of a Japadier, this is what Nana Akufo is doing as a Japadier for Ghanaians. And what is in the book, like I heard you rightly said, it's just fiction and propaganda.
Do you think so?
Yes, yourself, you know.
Dr.
As
Abongo.
a journalist, if you
Dr.
write an
Abongo.
article, you see
Dr.
the right
Abongo.
by Jeremy.
Dr. Abongo. Let me read one part for you, and we take it from there. If you go into the Ajabatia book, EcoBank, it's clearly stated we have two routes of entry into this institution. First is through Senate, which has a seat on the board of EcoBank, EcoBank Ghana, by virtue of its shareholding. That seat is occupied by the Director General of Senate. In phase 2 of our agenda, Kofi Buampen Osafo Mafo, who is the Deputy Director General of Senate, should be made the Director General to give him the seat on EcoBank. Now, I don't know if it is by sheer coincidence. We got up and got this letter dated 8th April 2024, termination of office and handing over. And it's who? Dr. John Ofori Tinkran. Reference is made to appointment letter dated 1st July 2019, issued by the Public Services Commission. In accordance with paragraph 8 of the said appointment letter, I regret to inform you that the President has terminated your appointment effective 15th April 2024 with 3 months' salary and year of notice. You are directed to hand over your office to Mr. Kofi Buampen Osafo Mafo and proceed to collect any terminal benefits you may be entitled to. So if this book was in circulation in 2016, 2018, and this has come out in 2024, which has worked perfectly to what is in the book about them having a seat on EcoBank by making Osafo Mafo's son the Director General of Senate, whom they had appointed as deputy. I'm pretty sure you and I will not say there is no author to this book and therefore this is a fiction.
Jeremy, you are falling into the trap of those who are doing those propaganda. And
I am not doing the propaganda. I am asking you.
No, I'm saying you are falling. I'm not saying you are doing propaganda.
No. I have not fallen. This is what is on the ground.
Yes,
so I am asking you whether this is fiction. Yes.
I'll explain why. I said so because I, like you rightly said, I have been able to go back that particular portion that you read, 2016. And if you go to 2016, it is not there.
Well, so it means that you have the book. 2016 was in existence. You have it.
2016.
So,
no, I actually read the 2018 one. And the 2018, this portion was not there. This Osafo Mafo sleep issue
so
was not there.
what was in the 2018 one? Because this book consistently has been 38 pages and it's still 38 pages. It hasn't changed.
Yes, if we finish, I can share it. I don't know that you have read this portion. I have the 2018. It is not there. What they do is that if something happened, like I rightly said, that the book, it was named Achim Mafia. You see, if you Google and check Achim Mafia, once you get the Achim Mafia, then you know that the book name has been changed to this Ajapadie. And I'm telling you that 2018, this portion wasn't there. So what they do is that they'll wait. The pages can be the same thing. They'll wait. If something happens, they'll quickly go and write it in the book and revise it.
Dr.
And I can prove it to you.
Dr. Abongo, Dr.
Yes.
Abongo, this book was published by Awake Newsroom. They published it in 2018.
Yes.
So are you not telling me that is the Awake News that is changing the write-ups and still keeping their what will I say, their insignia on it and still publishing?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you, that Achim Mafia is the same thing as Japadie. And this book surfaced in 2016, like you rightly said. 2016, we never had something like a Japadie.
Okay.
In 2016, we never have something like a Japadie. We had Achim Mafia, you see, and they have changed it to a Japadie. And this is factual. And I'm telling you that we can go, I didn't know that, I'll Google it and I'll get it and read for you. The 2016, 2018, this portion was not there. And in any case, let's look at it this way.
Good.
Kofi Osafumanfo, he was the deputy CEO, right? And now you know that if you're a deputy CEO and the CEO is leaving, or the MD, in some cases, automatic, the deputy may rise to take the position. In some cases, they will appoint a different person. So even if we say Osafumanfo will be made MD or CEO, it shouldn't be news. I and you know that it should be based in competence. And I believe that someone occupying those positions, be it political or not political, let's look at that person. If he's competent, I always want to put the political angle aside and just look at the person. If that person is competent, and he's already there, and we don't have any issue about that, he has been working as deputy. Nobody came to talk about him until the SNIT issue came, and people now started bringing the political angle, right? If he were to be appointed and people begin to say, no, this person is this person is not fit, this person is not fit, then I would have agreed with the book, what they have written. But be it as it may be, I can also decide that, okay, currently I'm 55, my deputy is 45, so in 5 years time I'll go on retirement. Then I can write an article at that time stating that, oh, in 5 years time, 2024, Mashuda Bongo will go on retirement. They will bring Jeremy as my deputy as CEO. So when it happens, it's not news. It's not magic.
Dr. Bongo, I know you are in a. It's very uncomfortable when you have to defend some of these things at a point in time. But
no, I'm comfortable.
You know Dr. Amwakutufuo. You know him.
Yes.
You know Dr. Atta Kennedy.
Yes.
You know Kennedy Ajapon, Honorable.
Yes.
If they all have spoken about this Ajapadia book.
Yes.
And stated that it is something that is going to ruin the country. These are all MPP members.
Yes.
Don't you think that there's an amount of truth in it?
Okay. You see, that is what I'm saying, that the book itself is a fiction and people will fall into it. I've seen professors, Professor Kobe, something Kobe, Professor Jampo all spoke about this book. And I was surprised. Professor Jampo, he is a political scientist, and as well as I'm also a political scientist. There are some information, there are some things, once you take it, you know, basically, this is for political gain. This is for political propaganda. It happens everywhere. We have something that we call scroll farms, or when it comes to politics, some people invest into people to create fake accounts and share information. I was in Russia. They use some of us to do those kind of things. So when this book came out, I was just laughing. So when I heard Professor Jampo spoke about it, I was surprised. When I heard John Muhammad himself speaking about the book, I was surprised. Because, John, I and you know, if you have our constitution, the president doesn't have power. His power is limited after eight years. He's off. Anything he gives to his family or whatever his family, if a new president comes, he can take everything back.
Yeah, You are very right on that angle, but don't forget that Ghana right now we are losing a lot of money through judgment debts. You know, so okay, assuming that is the situation, is it by coincidence when the current government wanted to dish our royalties, our mineral royalties, it was named what? Ajapadie royalties. Initially, it was Asase and changed to Ajapadie royalties. I'm sure, which they wanted to invest in the safe havens. I'm sure it's just by coincidence. Or again, it is another propaganda tool that was written somewhere and now associated with this. Is that the case?
Okay, you see, I always say that MPP, that is one thing I like about MPP, right? This Ajapade royalty that you have just mentioned, and you spoke about, and even talk about the history. It was an instrument that the government wanted to use to promote gold trade, right? Our resources outside the country. But then MPP, we have Ghana in our heart. We love Ghana so much. So we set up an institution which is called OSP, Office of the Special Prosecutor. And the special prosecutor was tasked to do this job. So it was the special prosecutor who investigated this deal, and he brought an information that made this deal to be changed, right? So it is not related even to.
Don't look at the deal. Don't look at the deal. The deal was named Ajapadie royalties.
Yes.
And I'm saying that is it coincidence that that name has tallied with your Ajapadie book?
That is why I'm saying that it was Achim Mafia. So once the Ajapadie thing happens, and I know Ajapadie is just inheritance. And they quickly change the book. You see, that is the propaganda that is coming in.
You have not read the book. You haven't read the book. So let's.
No,
you have stated here that you have not read the book.
Don't say I have not read the book.
You said it. You stated here that you have not read the book.
But it doesn't mean that I don't have clear information. You see, sometimes you can scan the book. I've not read the book. People read it from detail to detail. First, when I look at the introduction and I don't get the author, I did not get the author of the book. I say, so who am I reading? Who have written this book? If I get the author, I'll read the book to end and I'll credit the author for writing the book. But you can't just read something without an author, right? I find it strange just to read something without an author. You don't know who have written it, and they say this. The most funny thing is that they say it's Gabi Ochredako. He said no, I've not written anything. They say Nana Kufaru. He said no, I've not written anything. Who wrote the book? I don't know. It's not a miracle. It's not the Bible. It's not the Quran.
When it comes about the Quran, you will believe because there is no author. It's an inspired word of God. But when it comes to this one, we'll leave it as it is. But
because these are nobody's they are associating it to somebody. That's the funny thing. They are associating somebody who have written it, and that person say no. That is the worry. If that person were to say yes, then all what is in the book, I and you would have debated faithfully. I would have made sure that I'll read it from detail, from 1 page to the 28th page. But after I've read the introduction, I have not found the author. I said no, I wouldn't waste my time and read something that doesn't have an author. But it doesn't mean that the information in the book I don't have. I have all the information. I listen to people's debate, like you just rightly read it. I listen to everything, so I have prepared myself. I've done some research, and I've read the Achim Mafia, but the Ajapadie no. But I have read the Achim Mafia.
But Dr. Abongo, let's face the reality here. Is it by coincidence that the implementation of the Ajapadie book has gone on systematically from the first page to where we are today?
Yes,
they talked about taking over the mineral sector, and exactly look at the small scale miners or the concessions that they have given to themselves. Look at the list. You see it systematically implemented. They've talked about taking the seed on EcoBank through Senate. They have captured it, and it has come to pass. They have talked about the judicial system, and it has come to pass where people who have openly shown political colors, contested on political context for MPP, have been moved. Some of them within a span of 2 years, and they are at the Supreme Court. Just look at it. Is it by sheer coincidence?
Yeah, Jeremy, you see, one thing I will say is this. When you talk of the mining sector, let's not forget. For example, when even NDC was in power, this man was mining. He was getting a lot of gold. I remember some time ago, John Mahama and NDC have to call this guy, this young guy. He said he's rich. Wanted him to come to NDC, wanted to sponsor, but then he was not having a political color.
I'm pretty sure. This statement, you might not be able to defend it because I have not found anywhere that Wuntumi was called by John Mahama to come and join NDC. Or you have something to prove to that.
Yes, I have something to prove. They interview Wuntumi on Metro TV, and he mentioned it. Even he met John Mahama in Tamale.
Okay.
Right. It's a public information. And John Mahama did not come out to make a disclaimer that no, it's not true. So that is why I say, if you Google it, you can get a video.
Okay.
But then he was not an MPP guy, but he was mining, just like his brother. You know that John Mahama's brother, engineer and planners, the resources is with him. He has mined gold for so many years. So if you are telling me
you see, when you want to talk about engineers and planners, make an underlying factor that he has been a financier of the MPP. He's an MPP man.
I don't know that he's an MPP man. I don't know that he's an MPP man because not a card member.
Do you know that the mother was the brain behind MPP? That's the elder sister of Dr. Nyauta Makulo.
No, you see, what I'm saying is that he's not a bearing member, so you can't say he's an MPP. You can even say maybe he's a sympathizer, but he's not
a sympathizer. He was a financier of MPP. We were all here when people were taking people like Samuel Awuku on, taking a Cabo on, and the rest about it. Today, you are now seeing.
If he happened to sponsor, I don't have any information because I know that he's the one who trained NDC communication officer Sami Jemfi. You see,
he didn't train Sami Jemfi. He employed some. No, please let's put it in context, Dr. Bongo. He did not train Sami Jemfi. He is not a communication specialist. He employed Sami Jemfi in his company as a PRO. So that one is quite different. When you say he trained him, it's a different ball game.
When I say he trained him, when you see, if you employ someone, you train that person no matter what.
No. If you do that, you are giving the credit for a wrong implementation.
No, is it not true? Engineer and planners employed him. He has gone through so many training. I went to Starlife.
Dr. Bongo.
Your NDC was standing for president candidate, Dr. Dufour.
Dr. Bongo.
For Starlife. Starlife trained me. Right?
No, Dr. Bongo, you are an academic. Let's not go down that way because
no, it's true. That is factual.
I sit here.
Yes.
And I'm working on this station.
Yes.
I have been to my school and I have come here.
Yes.
So if you now attribute to whatever I am doing to me being working as a worker here, you will not be fair to me and for all that I have done in school. Okay.
No.
Granted that Ibrahim Muhammad trained Sami Jemfi.
Yes.
My point still remains. Is it coincidence?
That is why I'm telling you that. Like you are saying that we are giving the minerals. I'm saying that it is not true. It is not true because even when MPP was not in power, right? NDC was also giving some concession to their members. And engineers and planners, who is blood brother of John Mahama, was given a forest to mine.
Which forest?
If
NDC,
if
Dr.
NDC did
Abongo,
not come to power, but now you have been mining in those forests. It was NDC that came to NPP that came to power, that they stopped it, and they even took it to court. They say engineers and planners did no wrong, but it's John Mahama who did wrong because he did not go to Parliament for approval. So he dashed the forest.
Dr. Abongo, you see, we are running away. We are running away from the reality. Engineers and planners is a giant in the mineral sector, not only in Ghana but in Africa.
Yes.
And he had established himself long before John Mahama became a president.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not look at it from that angle. If you agree with me with the recent expose that the NDC, when they were in power, they gave out 15 mining license,
mm-hmm.
and the MPP has given 1,500 and something. It gives a cause to worry. Here we are today.
Mm-hmm.
Our water bodies are all condemned. Our forest reserves are all gone. Our cocoa farms, where we have been getting a lot of income from, are all gone. Should that not be a concern for you and I? Let's not look at everything from the political colors. Should that not be a concern?
Yes. So you see, when it comes to galamsey or illegal mining, I don't always want to put a political angle. But then you have given some data, and I have to speak about the data. So first of all, you stated that NDC era they gave 15 licenses. That means in NDC era, people were mining, illegal mining was even higher. Because the number of people that were mining were not having licenses. So the illegal mining in that area was even higher. When it comes to MPP, you are giving 1,500. So we are rather mining legally. But the method they are mining is no good. You are applying wrong method of mining and monitoring. You see? So let's look at the method that they're using to mine.
So which one is beneficial? Which one is beneficial?
When I was a kid, I saw my brothers and sisters doing mining in Boga. They used to bring the stones in Talisi district, and they'll come and mine. They'll pound the stones, grind it, wash it, but they were not washing it in water bodies. You see, so they never polluted the water bodies. And I'm saying that, to me, what I have seen when I was a kid, I'm saying that the problem in Ghana is that we are not enforcing them to build a big dams. They're supposed to move out of the water bodies, build a big dams, pull the water there, and they'll wash into the dams. The water should not go into our river bodies. The problem is the water is going to our river bodies. And those who are supposed to monitor them are not doing. I and you, maybe you are outside. So the problem is the monitoring.
Those who are supposed to be monitoring are part and parcel of it.
Yes, they are parcel of it.
Good. So that is why it actually is a failure to fight it. To fight galamsey is not going to be. It has to be a whole holistic.
Yes, I agree. This one I agree with you. FPP, NDC. If you don't come together as Ghanaians, we can never fight it. Because if you look at the history, it was during NDC era that the Chinese people, the influx of Chinese was at its peak.
No. That one I will disagree with you, Dr. Abongo.
No, it's true. Can
I come in? Can I draw attention to this?
Yes.
It was President Kufuor who signed the pact with China to receive Chinese prisoners in Ghana. It was President Kufuor who signed that pact. So let's not go that area. That area.
I'm saying that the Champan. This one
it's not about Champan.
I have an article about it.
No, you said
Professor Samuel Adams of Gimpa.
Wait, Dr. Abongo. You said the influx. No, you said the influx of Chinese into the country. And I'm telling you that is not the issue. The issue is that President Kufuor signed a pact to receive Chinese prisoners in Ghana.
Yes, but I'm
Now,
saying that even if to
now,
for
wait. Let's
okay.
look at it this way. You said
Yes.
during the NDC era,
Mm-hmm.
because they gave smaller number of licenses, a
Mm-hmm.
greater chunk of the galamsey was illegal and never monitored.
Yes.
But then our water bodies were safe.
No.
Why? Can you
Oh,
compare? Can you compare the water bodies at that time to what we have now?
yes. It's the
Even
same
to,
thing.
it's not the same thing, my
It's the
brother.
same thing, John. Unless you are just you are
Look
just
at
trying to make political.
even look at Kintampo waterfalls. You and I know
Yes,
Kintampo
there's no
waterfall.
difference in the water bodies. That is why when NPP, let's be fair, that is why when NPP came, President Nana Akufo-Addo said he will put his life online.
It didn't even materialize
Yes, because the water body was not good. It
when
was not good.
Anas came out with the discoveries and the rest. People, Charles Bisu and the rest are walking about here. There have been government white paper
Oh,
has
but you and
examined
I
all
know
of them.
Charles Bisu lost his job.
Don't worry, it's not about
He
losing the
lost
job.
his job.
What I want us to look at it is now. You said the MPP gave out a greater number of licenses, and
Yes.
therefore you controlled it.
Yes.
Forgetting that now, at that time, because it was illegal during the NDC era,
Yes.
and they gave very few licenses,
Yes.
people were it was very moderate in going into galamsey. So we didn't see the impact of this heavy machinery in the galamsey sites. Now we have sort of given the green light. We have gone ahead to say that we are having community mining. Remember, to make mining sustainable, it needs more than just going in there, mining and refilling. It goes beyond that. Now we have these heavy machineries in the system. How do we overcome that?
Yes. John, that is what I'm saying. If you are going to talk about this galamsey, the political elite have not helped us. And I will state this. You see, when MPP came to power, the issue was very, very dying. So the MPP implement a lot of policies, and you and I will agree that things changed. The water was becoming clean. And during the 2020 elections, you see NDC parliamentary candidates telling those miners, illegal miners, that if you come, we will allow you to mine. You see John Mahama
That
publicly making,
where
no, let me end. John Mahama publicly making statement that when he comes, he will give amnesty to Ghanaians that are in prison. Because, no, let me end. It's John Mahama's own statement. It's not me. He said that when he comes, he will give amnesty to Ghanaian youth who are mining because the big kings are there. They should have arrested them. And I said, no, as a presidential candidate, you should not state this. Because if you say this, whoever who is in power will also allow them. Because power is strong, power is sweet, and you know. That's why we say that, all those who are in prison, you are Ghanaians and you are helping the Chinese or the big men, you will be in prison. When I come, I'll add more people. That is where all of us are fighting. But if we say that they are there, yes, the big men are there, but they are Ghanaians. You know that they are Ghanaians. And they're helping the big men to pollute the water. We have arrested them. If you left with me, we should arrest all of them. So there will not be anybody polluting the water again. And the big men themselves will stop. And you as a president candidate saying that you give them amnesty, what are you telling? You are telling whoever is in party that allow them to do, because if you say you give them amnesty, they will vote for you. Then I will also leave them. You see, that is the politics. John, this thing, I know this one is our life. It's our life. Don't play with, just condemn him. It was not fair.
Dr. Bongo, you have the power. The people of the country have given you the power.
Mm-hmm.
You have
arrested them. Why do you say you will give them amnesty?
Wait. The people that they arrested.
Yes.
Your brothers and sisters that they went to arrest.
Yes.
They can do galamsey with only pickaxes. And with the pickaxe, how far can they dig?
That is why we need to arrest them.
You don't need to arrest them.
Because
We
they,
need
they
to,
you
can
see,
I come in? We need to
okay,
arrest you,
yes,
you, Dr. Bongo, because you
yes,
have what it takes to provide them with a machine,
mm-hmm,
with a grader to take to that place.
yes,
But it is the poor ones who cannot escape. They are the ones that have been arrested and put in jail. You are
yes,
aware of this Aisha One and all those people, these Galamsey kingpins. Now they arrested some of them, and what happened? They released Honorable Osafo Mafo said they were looking for a loan or whatever, a concessional loan from China, and if they are imprisoned her here, then there was no chance, it was not going to be beneficial to the country. Let's not look at it from that angle. You are saying that at that time, John Mahama was presidential candidate and he made certain statements. The presidential candidate is looking for power. You have the power. Use it to the benefit of the people and the country, and not about a presidential candidate. So what you are indirectly telling me is that all that they were doing was just to gain power, to control the country. That is all.
no, I stated that they have arrested people. You just said it. Those Haisha one was NDC era. Haisha one came to Ghana to mine NDC era. NDC didn't have the power to arrest her. It is MPP that arrested her and deported her, which you rightly said.
So now, just look at
You
it
see,
here.
and there's a
When
lot
you
of Chinese
arrest,
that we
when
deported
you
them.
arrest,
We deported a lot of Chinese. Don't forget. People were saying that we should have allowed them to be in our prison. But I have another view. I said no. Because if they're in our prisons is congested. There's no even space. And we'll
when
be
they,
feeding
if
them again.
they arrest you in China, you think they'll bring you to Ghana?
No, that is different system. We should deport them. If you live with me, we should deport them. We will not use our money to feed them again.
You
If we
see,
can deport them, we should deport them.
I agree with what you are saying, but what I really don't like is we look at these Chinese in the face.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Chinese ambassador insulted us greatly. He said
Mm-hmm.
they did not give them visas to come to Ghana.
Yes.
They do not know where our gold can be found in Ghana.
Yes.
Which is clear and is
Yes.
right.
Yes.
The small scale mining is for the indigenes of the country.
Yes.
So you go there, go and get a concessional loan, a license for your small scale mining, and then you bring in these Chinese people with their machinery to come and do the work. And it is about the political elites, which we don't see, but we see that in Ajapadia document, how to take control. And that even evolved into the Ajapadia royalties, which you are trying to say it is what and what and what and what. It is still part and parcel. So at the end of the day, you still agree with me that all the things, the concessional license that have been given to the MPP people in this Ajapadia book is true. So it's not a fiction after all.
No, like I rightly said, it's fiction. When you say they have given the license to MPP, like you rightly said, they have given license to 1,500 people, right? And the fourth is a detailed research. Out of this 1,500, I've seen less than 10 people that are keeping of MPP members.
Where have you seen that? Where have you seen that list and less than 10 people are MPP members?
I'm saying that Fourth Estate did a research and he brought out that people who are political
I am not talking about Fourth Estate. I'm talking about Achapadia document, the book.
No, I'm just because you relate to the government giving concession.
The book.
Yes.
Yes.
The book says so, giving concession. And as I rightly said, the book to me is not factual because it doesn't have an author. So I'm telling you, the Fourth Estate did a research, just like he said, and he came out with names. And out of the 1,500 that we know, I remember Akujota Blackwater also posted this in his Facebook page that they issue 15 lances and MPP in, so we are doing illegal mining. And I corrected him. I said, can you imagine in your era you issue 15? But how many Chinese were it? It was that time that even this John Mahama, they killed him. Soldiers went and they fight him. They were impregnating. Chinese were shooting It was during NDC era. They were killing Ghanaians.
Are you saying that Captain Muhammad died during NDC era?
No, I'm saying that it was the peak. You know, that time NPP just came to power.
But
You
Dr.
and I know.
Mashi, Dr. Bongo.
Yes.
Let's be honest here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
President Kufuor signed a pact to receive Chinese prisoners in Ghana, and they are in Ghana. And then you are telling us that it was during John Mahama's time the Chinese were coming more into the country.
Oh, John, were you in Ghana when Kufuor was there? Did you see the alarming of Galamsey in that era? You couldn't see. It was during NDC era.
Let's hold it.
Is it fine? Is it clear?
Who gave the green light for the Chinese to come into the country?
Oh, even if someone give the green light and Atame's came, can't he sign? Can't he when Kufuor was not in power again?
My brother, please, the diplomatic internet.
This is not.
Hold it. You were talking about Russia-Ukraine war, diplomacy, yes. And you know the diplomatic roles. You know what went behind the scenes. You and I will always be talking plenty on the surface, but the people on the ground, let me tell you, when they sign sort of those international treaties and blah 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 on the face of on the face of cameras, is different from what is on the document.
Did Kufuor sign that they should come and do illegal mining? No.
Please. Oh.
No. John, let's be factual. You see, let's be factual.
Listen. They are prisoners. You sign for them to come into the country.
This information cry is not correct.
Oh.
How can you stand that prisoners?
I mean, it's public knowledge. Please.
How can Chinese release their prisoners to come to Ghana?
Please Google it. Oh, Dr. Bongo, you and I, we are all researchers.
It's not factual.
Please, we are all
researchers. That person.
Look here, we are all researchers. Just look for it. And then,
but that one, let's not inform the public. Because Chinese.
We are not informing the public. It's public knowledge. This I am telling you is public knowledge.
That you say prisoners. That is why maybe you
I am telling you is public knowledge. I thought Bongo, if you don't know about it, say you don't know.
John, assuming somebody kills someone in China. No, I'm just giving an example. Please. You know, they will not release that person to come to Ghana.
Please.
No, I don't want you to answer me. Do you think they will release?
Are you saying that every prisoner has killed somebody?
No. That's what I'm saying.
So there are extreme cases. You say let's not just generalize things like somebody killed and then they are bringing a person. A prisoner is a prisoner, but in the prison there are different degrees of people in there. In Ghana, you have people there who don't even see outside; they are inside throughout. Yes. So it's there. But in any case, Dr. Bongo, we have shifted so much from Ajapadia book.
Let's maintain that.
Yes, let's see. There is another thing that crossed my mind. That one I have to look at it for you, and then you tell me. Well, from there, then we can look at the MPP preparing for elections 2024. Vis-a-vis the actions of the Electoral Commission, the president's comments, and all that. Because you made a statement at the beginning when you were saying that a war is not good. I'll come back to that because I've been expecting to read more from some of you who are academics about what is going on in Ghana and statements from the president himself and from some of his ministers of state, which are of bad taste, you know. There is one thing I want to look at. I'm sure that one you tell me is fiction. This is about 2.4 on page 22 of your Ajapadia document. It's about John Buadu. It is perhaps not too good to admit publicly, but his performance has been short of all past general secretaries. And unfortunately, his alcohol addiction and blah, blah, blah. So they are looking for a competent person to remove him after the 2020 election. And lo and behold, well, he lost the elections. But what do you think? Is this also another revelation or is coincidence?
Like I rightly said, you see, this portion, Like I rightly said, you know that the book was written somewhere 2016. You get the 2016 version and read it. This portion is not there.
This is the 2016 version, my brother.
No,
That is it.
the 2016 is Achim Mafia. It's not Japadia. So anything you're reading about a Japadia was never there in 2016.
But I don't go.
It's true, Jam. It's true.
You said you have not read the book. You have not seen the book.
No, I said I've
book,
not read this as Japadia. But Achim Mafia, I've read Achim Mafia.
Okay. Let's
and let me just, even though they have written it, and who can determine elections results? No one can determine election results. It's either two things, either win or lose. So if the book say he will lose, the book, he cannot be a magician. Maybe he just predicted and it happens. And predictions doesn't mean anything. You and I know that we did election. I was not expecting him to lose, John Bedu. If you tell me to be frank, I never expected that John Bedu, because he was very, very popular. I never expected that John Bedu would lose, but he lost the election. So if I were to predict that, maybe John Bedu will lose the election and it happens, it's not anything that's changed. You and I know it's not magic. It's not that we ask the people to vote and move it out. It's not a planting. No, you and I know.
I know Dr. Bogo told me that the collapse of Dr. Indum's bank and every financial institutions was just by coincidence.
No, you see, the banks, if you are going there, you should know the banks were not collapsed.
What happened?
Made.
Which banks were made?
Depositors' money were still in touch. So if you're having your money in UT Bank, if you're having your money in Unibank, which is Covenant before, they merged into Merchant Bank. So your deposit was still there.
My brother,
if they say something collapsed, that means you don't get your return.
People are down there. People are dead. You never got their money. So why are we saying this?
No. Jeremy, no. This is not.
Why are you saying this?
Everybody who had his deposit with Capital Bank.
Please.
I have an account. I was having an account with Unibank.
His license was revoked.
No, I mean depositors. You see, you said it collapsed, and I said it merged. They merged it with other banks.
Into what?
They merged it to Merchant Bank, and some of them to merge, and Ghana Commercial Bank took it. Hey. You and I know, Jeremy. You and I know.
Hey.
It is only Merge Gold that collapsed, and up to now, people are not getting their deposit. But all those banks, the government merged it. Depositors still had their accounts.
That is not a fact on the ground, please. That's not a fact on the ground.
That is the fact.
That is not a fact. That is not a fact on the ground. You know, that's not a fact on the ground. After the merger. What I'm basically saying. So where did they? Okay, if they merged, where did they send the customers of the Dr. Indum's financial institutions to?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Have you seen any GN Bank member tell you that he doesn't receive his money? No.
That Habongo, I'm surprised. Are you sure you are following what is happening in the country?
Yes. Let's not forget.
Did you see the video where a man was weeping bitterly?
No, let's not forget. Paco Sindum had a bank and had a farm management. Right? So if you invest in the farm management, I forget the name, is it Gold Coast?
Gold Coast.
I also invested there. Yes. That one is a different institution. That one is not that one is not part of the GM Bank. The Gold Coast is you go there and you buy shares, and you invest. That one is different from the banks. That one they have challenges long time.
But
the GM Bank, I can tell you that GM Bank, nobody lost his money. Nobody. Nobody. We met them. And you know the interesting thing, Capital Bank, I know Koki Asian. He went and bought each life insurance. Now they have sold it to Holland Life Insurance. It seems to have even collapsed. He was having a Capital Bank and it was collapsing. Government under John Mahama use our taxpayers' money, take the money. They use the money to go and do mining in Zambia. They use the money to invest in such as water. That is why he's currently going to prison or is in prison. You see what they were using the monies for? When NDC were so good to them, give you the money, invest. They were doing mining and investing in other things. And this kind of people, what do you want them to do?
Yeah, who was the
They're
board
only
chair?
supposed to be merged because
Who
they're
was
not
the
good
board
managers.
chair? Who was the board chair?
Who was the board chair?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the CEO.
I'm talking about who was the chair of the board?
I'm talking about the CEO. I don't know the board
But
chair
who was the chair?
Unless you tell me. Whatever or who. It's the CEO that's the CEO. Because he had the ideas, he brought the ideas and formed the bank. He just want to dupe our taxpayers' money. And we should not allow this kind of thieves. These people, sorry to say, in our constitution, they are criminals. Based on our criminal law, anyone who default the state or try to steal money from the state is a criminal. So based on the definition of our constitution, he is a criminal. So we should not entertain this type of criminals. You see, that is where I and you are here.
So when you form a consortium to come from the back door as PDS to dupe the taxpayers' money and the entire country, we should declare you people as criminals, right?
PDS. You see,
PDS.
yes, like I rightly said, until the court rule that you are a criminal, it couldn't be. And to ACN, like I rightly said, the court have ruled he has committed a crime. He's a criminal. So once the court rule, no matter who you are, I will tell you are a criminal. But you can't use PDS because PDS is just an allegation. There's no any legal entity who says that they have found guilty, therefore they should be prosecuted. No. So
how can there be when the president has always cleared everything that comes up? I mean, come on.
It's based on evidence. If you have evidence, you can just go to court.
Let me allow you to.
Why is it that to forcing? We are not able to
let me allow you to take a breather, and I'll just go through the comments from our followers, and when we come back, we just take a few things and then we call it a day. But it's been a wonderful show coming to you from today's Ghana News TV, and we have been discussing and looking at the Ajapadia document, which has been the system since 2016. So, Bafi Frimpon says, good evening, Dr. Jerome, and your guest, Dr. Abongo, watching from Akusenia, Somonia. We are grateful, Bafi, for being part of the show. Seth says, good job, TV, wonderful. We are grateful, Seth, that you are part of the show. NDC Diaspora Union, well seated, waiting for my favorite show. Good evening to every one of you all watching from Amsterdam, Holland. NDC Diaspora, Asempahine. Okay, great show. Watching and listening from Achim Hema. Okay. Asempa, you're back. Said, great follower. Oh, that's wonderful. Maybe it's a good evening. Watching from Lisbon, Portugal. I hope you're doing great. You are joining us from YouTube. So we're grateful that you are part of the show this evening. It's been wonderful. Lady Maltu, watching on Switch from St. Petersburg, Russia. Oh, okay. We thank God that you are alive and the bombs have saved your face yet for now. Ghana in Fear, a very nice program. Watching from Busunsi in the Pantiakwa South District. I think Dr. Bongo is confusing himself. Fans TV, we're grateful, and to all those who are catching us right from Aflao in the Volta region, we're grateful to you people. Frema, good evening. I'm surprised that Abongo is defending an indefensible. Greetings from Chenyaho. Well, he says it's not in existence. He hasn't seen it before. It's a Kappa family. Politicians will definitely defend everything. We're waiting for December 7, watching from Jumapo near Koforidua. Oh, Mr. Insia, good evening. Everything in the book has been implemented by Akufo-Addo and his government. The MPP will never agree with this, and that is what we're looking at from this point of view. Oh, Nyame, good evening and greetings from Nkwanta in the Oti region. Your program is also live on Adalima Community Information Center at Tutupenin and Kajebi. Alanda says, good evening, comrades. They're from our TV. Yeah, Grateful from Rara. Good evening and greetings in the OT region. We are grateful that you're also picking a feed from us. Oh, Yevu. The book is all about state capture. That is very true, but it backfired on them watching from Suhum in the eastern region. Yeah, the book, the implementation has been proper. Kimthi, I'm enjoying the program from Paris, France. But we're grateful. Chris says, in fact, I'm always surprised people are still defending this government. Well, that is where we are. That is where we are. So that has been a wonderful show on today's Ghana News TV. And my guest has been Dr. Mashood Abongo, the chairman, MPP Russia branch. We'll bring back Mr. Abongo and then we'll look at the last part and then we'll call it a day. Mr. Abongo, welcome back.
Thank you, Jeremy.
I know. It's a very tough time to defend your party within this period, But then once you are signed up, I'm looking forward to a day that we will always criticize our own parties.
Jeremy, it's not a tough time, because if you look at what NPP has done, there's a lot we have to communicate. So it's good being an NPP communicator, because there's a lot we have done. There's a positive that we have done, and that is what we are here to communicate. We are here to defend our party, and there's a lot of things going on in Ghana that we need to communicate. Like people are writing, people are saying that the Ajapadie book is state captured, and I can't see any evidence in the book. And like all Ghanaians who believe in this book, I'm asking them that they should take their time, go and search Ache Mafia book and read it. It's the same book, the same content, and compare to this, and don't know that anything that happens, the person will quickly go there and write it inside. So there are certain things that is in the book. It happens before you write.
Dr. Abongo.
Which is clear.
Dr. Abongo.
Yeah, John.
You have been in Germany, I was told before.
Yes.
So you know Hobson Adoye.
Yes, I know Hobson Adoye.
You know the role Hobson played before NPP won your elections.
Yes.
You know what he did in Germany here for Nana Akufo-Addo?
Yes.
So, will you still tell us that all that Hobson has said is our imagination?
Yes, and I'll give you an evidence. Hobson Adoye just said he's a propagandist. He said that during MPP time, they formed that, quote unquote, John Mama is a drunkard. He said it on news. The video is trending. So it's a cheap propagandist. So if you are using Hobson Adoye, you should know that, yeah, this man here, he's a cheap propagandist. So he doesn't have credibility. And the same person who say voter region, they put gunshot and they shoot and people could not come to vote. So you see this man. So this kind of characters, you should know them. As soon as you mention that character, I know where you are going. So Sadwe doesn't have credibility.
So you see, today
he doesn't have credibility.
Hold it. Hobson Adoye has no credibility.
Yes.
Yesterday, when Hobson Adoye was caught defending Nana Akufo-Addo concerning Sewa Broni, that one he had credibility.
You see, that is why I'm telling you that Hobson Adoye, based on what he is saying, I'm not the one who's saying no. He said that they formed the propaganda that John Mahama is a drunkard, but John Mahama is not a drunkard. It's just a propaganda. This is somebody who said, oh, he was a drunkard, was debating, going to news, radio, because of campaign, and he turned around now that it was not true. How do you want me to trust that person? That person doesn't have credibility based on what is coming from his mouth.
Dr. Dongo.
And if you don't have credibility, you can be in MPP. So it's good he left MPP, because MPP are party and people with credibility. If you don't have that credibility, you can't stay in MPP for long.
Please. Let's not go down that line,
Oh, it's true, because I like people with credibility.
When Hobson Adoye told you and everybody how they had meetings to come out with this cliche on John Dramani Mahama.
Mm-hmm.
We were all happy when he was using it. You were all happy because it was to the benefit of your party.
Mm-hmm.
Today, the same person is telling you and I
Yes.
that he was part and parcel of this Ajapadia book. You are saying that he's a propagandist.
You see, I'm not the one who's saying no. He
You are
said
just,
it.
so what are you saying right now? I'm telling you that when the fish come out of the water to say the crocodile is one eye, do you doubt it?
Yes, I doubt it. That's why I'm telling you that this is a man you said during the 2016 campaign and the 2020 campaign. He campaigned and said John Mama is a drunkard. We believe him. I and you believe him. I and you campaign. I didn't know it was a propaganda. I thought this is a man with credibility. And this man now turned around today to tell us that it was a propaganda. And you are saying I'm saying it. I'm not the one saying it. He's saying it for me.
Don't go
He's
down that
saying it,
line
not
because
me.
no, don't go
He's
down that
saying
line.
it too. I'm not the
People will
one,
see
not
you
for the mouth.
differently.
He
People
said
will
that
see
the
you
drunkard, they
differently.
frame it. It was not true. It was just for the campaign. Jeremy, let's be factual. He said it, not me.
Don't
So
go,
I'm
don't
saying that
go
it's a
down that line.
propaganda.
People will see you differently. Let's look at it
No,
from this. Let's look at
no. You see,
it.
I always have my professor. He taught me political communication. He always say, based on what comes from people's mouth, you analyze it and you know the truth and the untruth. So based on what came to his mouth, he himself said it. It was a propaganda. So that means a cheap propagandist. It's not that I'm the one who's saying. He himself said it.
Okay, I'll leave it that with you, Dr. Abogo. I'll leave that with you. But now,
Okay.
let's look at MPP in a run-up to the 2024 elections. His Excellency the President has stated that he will not hand over to anybody apart from somebody from the MPP.
Mm-hmm.
That is a statement coming from the president.
Mm-hmm.
Should that not give a cause to worry? As a country going into elections, when you know that election is so volatile and it can easily ignite the entire country, a statement like this coming from the president, should that not be a worry to all of us?
No, it should be a motivation because he's a president, right? Based on his track record, what he has done, he's 100% assured. He's 100%, and he
No.
believes in the people of Ghanaians that what he has
If
done
you listen to
and
him,
what MPP has done, they will vote for MPP and hand over to MPP. So he said that you not hand over to NDC. He's not saying that. I mean, he's not saying that if NDC win, I'll not hand over to them. That is not his statement.
Dr. Bongo, sometimes I'm surprised at the defense you want to put up for a statement like that coming from the president.
No, I'm
Wait,
not
wait, wait.
defending.
No,
I'm
wait,
not
wait,
defending.
wait.
I'm just saying that he didn't say that if NDC win, I'll not hand over. He
Did
only
you
said
listen
that
to
I'll
him?
not hand over to NDC. I'll hand over to my party. That means he believes that what he has done, Ghanaians will vote for MPP and hand over to MPP. Unless someone comes to tell me a different angle that he said, oh, if NDC win, I'll not hand over. Then that one there, I would have condemned it. But when he did not mention that he will not hand over to NDC if NDC win, he just said that he will not hand over. He will hand over to MPP, he will not hand over to NDC, meaning that he believes that our party will win. And I will stand here and say that he will not hand over to NDC. Because you are winning.
Even if you paraphrase what he said,
Mm-hmm.
he said somebody that he came to remove from the seat,
Mm-hmm.
he is not going to hand over to that person.
Mm-hmm.
So what you are saying that he think his statement is that he has performed so well, and then his party will definitely win based on what he has done. Let's leave it as it is. Do you listen to Brian Achampo?
Mm-hmm.
Did you listen to his comments?
Yes, I listened to Brian Champon.
Good.
Yes.
Should that not also be a cause to worry?
No, Jeremy, you see, Ghana has had about, if I'm not mistaken, 4 years, 16 plus 16, 32 years of democracy. right? And the people of Ghanaians are in such a way that we are sober. You see, Ghanaians will vote and go back and stay home. And once they count it, I bet you call someone that you should come out and fight. No one will come out. They'll be thinking about themselves. You
Okay.
see, so I believe
You are taking things for granted.
I'm not taking things for granted.
In
I
all the
just believe
African
in our
countries, all
democracy.
the African countries, it has always been like that. Well, we're
I
taking
believe
things
in a
for granted.
democracy.
It gets to
I
a
believe,
point that when the people feel suppressed, they will express their feelings.
yes. And how do you feel suppressed? You feel suppressed that when you see you are in a police station and they are counting and everything is clear, and you see it with your eyes, nobody's stealing you, nobody's refusing you, the bandit will speak for you.
So the
So
statement,
that is what,
when I
and
came
that
from
is
me,
what the political party should be looking at the police stations. When they are counting, open your eyes and they will count it. If they count and you see that, oh, my party have lost, you'll be comfortable to even go home and say, hey, next time. If your party has win, then you start celebrating. It's as simple as that. You see, but this is the case when you see that, oh, maybe my party had 15, and at the police station they change it to 20, then of course we have a cause to worry. And I have never seen anything at any place in Ghana or 32 years elections. So that is why I'm confident that there will not be any conflict. And any conflict in Ghana will not benefit I and you. It's the poor Ghanaians that they will benefit because I and you have passport. The big elite politicians have passport. They will just flew out of the country. So why should we motivate the younger ones, those who are poor, those who just want something to eat, to make hey so boy? So I would rather condemn Asedun Katia for his statement, not
what's his statement?
who.
You say you rather condemn Asedu Nkatia.
I cannot say Katia because every year we sign a peace. I've forgotten
Yeah, the
peace
peace pact.
something something.
The
He
peace
said he
pact.
will not sign. You see,
Yeah.
but every year you used to sign,
Okay.
and either signing it or not signing it, he said it doesn't make any difference. So why don't you just sign so that Ghanaians should know, oh, my party leader or chairman have signed this, that we will abide by peace. The
But
layman will understand that,
Dr.
oh, my
Abomu,
party have
Dr.
signed for
Abomu,
peace. Yeah.
um, the CDD have supported the statement of General Mosquito.
Mm-hmm.
They have stated clearly. I mean, we have to be very fair with ourselves. In the 2020 elections, 8 people were gunned down.
Mm-hmm.
Should that not be a cause to worry? Have there not been any investigations? Up till date, you know that the military, when they move, nobody shoots until there's a command. Who gave the command that shooting should take place, and it did take place? We don't even know as a country till date. Even the president has never at any point in time acknowledged the death of those 8 people. So if you sign a peace pact going into an election, that you will comport yourself and your followers to ensure that we have a free and fair election, no single blood should be shed because somebody wants to get power to rule the country, and these things come and pass, and everybody goes to sleep. The Peace Council goes to sleep. The Christian Council goes to sleep. The Muslim Council goes to sleep. We are getting into another election. You are asking a party that suffered the casualties to go and sign another pact. What's the essence of signing the pact if these issues have not been addressed? So what's the essence of it? That is why the CDD and the others are all supporting what General Mosquito said. And I don't know why you want to condemn it. Are you happy with the death that occurred during the 2020 election? Is it going to take 20 years to have those deaths investigated? Should that not
Yeah.
be a worry to you?
Jeremy, any Ghanaian who die during election or get into election should be a worry because elections should not be war. People should go and vote peacefully, go back home peacefully. Because at the end of the day, we want power to rule Ghanaians. If you want power, you want to rule Ghanaians. And to be a ruler or to be a leader, you must be the most servant. But then, let's not forget. First of all, you stated that the president have not acknowledged, which I think is not true.
It is.
It is the president.
The president has never acknowledged.
No,
the
what
West,
I'm saying is that
the West part to it was the deputy speaker of parliament even saying those people who were killed were criminals.
Because the president have ministers that work under him. The president have police that work under him. So if the police are investigating, the police are working, that means the president have given authority and you have acknowledged. So if you are saying the president does not acknowledge, it's not true. The president have acknowledged to his ministers.
Dr. Bongo, we are going into an election. They are asking that they sign another peace pact. When the people who have been killed, nothing has come. No justice has been brought to them.
No, but you know that they set a committee and the committee investigated.
How many years will the committee do? Please, let's be very honest. Let's be very factual.
No, have you had the report? I have not had the report yet.
Have there even been any report?
You have to get the report and read, because I know that the committee came out and they made some recommendations.
The committee came out, so they got the culprits.
Yes,
they got the culprits.
No, I say I have not read the report of the committee.
So you see, then in that sense, a statement from what's his name, Mr. Nkatia, is in place.
No, it's not.
And that is why. That is exactly why. Look, the CDD is saying that the concerns raised should be addressed. CDG is saying that the concern raised should be addressed. The former chairman of the Peace Council says the concerns should be addressed. It means that this well-meaning Ghanaian sees light in Mr. What's his name? Mr. Nkatia's statement or his position.
So he can still sign and still demand those.
No, that is meaninless. Then
what will he take from him when he said he make those demands?
Dr. Bongo, then it's meaninless. Listen, it's meaninless.
No, it's not meaninless.
Because if you sign a peace pact that you are going to cooperate, and at the end of the day you don't get the benefit of that cooperation, what's the essence of it?
No, he should sign because it is an instrument that helps to promote peace, right? It's an instrument that helps to promote peace. So if you are seeking for peace and justice with those who have the wrong that have already done, you can still sign and demand that even though I have signed this, and I'm demanding the result.
I signed the thing yesterday. You promised that if I sign this and my pen gets lost in the course of the election, you will provide it for me. I signed the thing. I lost the pen. You have not provided it for me. You are asking me again to sign. Do you see where they are coming from? That is where they are coming.
You see, the elections that you are talking about, it was a by-elections.
It was not a by-election. Sorry, it's not a by-election.
Is it the Techima one that you're talking about, or the one that happened?
That is part of it. In totality,
one happened at Ashama. That one was by-election.
No. Don't bring Ashama. We are talking about the 2020 elections.
Yes. 8
good people died from Tachima South to Accra. 8 people died.
Yes. So that is why. Yes, that is why I'm saying that. That's why I said the 8 people that died. I and you cannot just say maybe they are NDC or they are NPP. I and you may not know, right? And I and you know that when election is taking place, during the counting, sometimes people go. Just recently, when NPP was doing it by elections, I'm told that someone went and took the ballot paper and he was running. You see, so if police should take a gun and shoot, all of a sudden a bullet get that person and that person die, people may still blame the police. I'm just making a statement because I and you were not there. We don't know what happened because police will not just take a gun and shoot somebody. Even though I condemn any death, even to beat someone for elections, I condemn it. You should not use your hand to touch somebody. Not even fighting.
Dr. Bongo.
Yes.
You see, I don't side with what probably the statement that has come out that all those things. But look at it from an intellectual point of view.
Mm-hmm.
The military move and act by command.
Mm-hmm.
We want to find, are you saying that the people who did that thing in Tachima South
Mm-hmm.
acted on their own? No. There was a commander, and he gave the command, and the command tells them where to shoot. It doesn't just say that you just fire anywhere. It gives them direction. So are you saying that the committee itself cannot even identify who gave the command?
You see, unless you get a report, like let's find
Thank
a
you. The
day and
report
talk
is not,
about this
and
topic.
that is exactly the point. For
Because
how many years,
I have not done a clear research about this topic.
how many
So
years
I don't
down
have
the
the
line?
facts.
How
I don't
many
have the
years down
facts.
the line?
Yes.
Whether there was a committee or not, there
Yes.
hasn't been any report. So
No,
why
there should be a report. There should be a report.
Dr. Abongo,
We should know what happened.
we are not, you and I will not speak based on speculation. We will speak
Yes, that's
based
why I
on
say we have
what
to do
is
a research.
in the system. There is nothing like that.
There should be a report.
I'm
But
giving,
the police will have their story.
I'm giving Mr. Nkatia the benefit of the doubt.
No, I'm condemning him. You are supporting that he should not sign. But why did you wait?
I have not stated that he should not sign.
So what is your point? I'm saying that you should have not made that statement. You should have signed and still demand, like,
I have not stated that. Sorry.
Okay.
I am saying that,
yes,
looking at where he stands, if I put myself
Yes.
there,
yes.
I will do the same thing.
And that's why I say you are supporting what he has done. But I'm condemning. I say you should have still signed for the peace.
Why are you not condemning the president for not ensuring that justice has been served?
Oh, the president is ensuring it. After that, we had by-elections at the same.
Oh, don't talk about by-elections.
No one died.
Dr. Bongo, don't talk about by-elections.
Now we are going to have another general elections.
Dr. Bongo,
so we should focus on protecting the life.
Dr. Bongo, you know, don't go into by-elections. Look, there were two listen.
We're having elections.
If you want to go into by-elections, you said there were worse things of. Look, we went to Kumawu for by-election. There were gunshots, vehicles were shot left and right.
Nobody died there.
So you are happy that there were even fire?
No, I'm not happy, but I'm saying that as compared to human beings dying, right? So that means after that death,
like that the occupants of the vehicles were out.
So we are improving. That is my point.
Please.
We are improving, and I'm assuring you that this year election there will not be any single death. That should be the focus. I say Rukete should be the focus that no, the last 4 years somebody died, 6 people died. I'm going to sign the peace, and I'll make sure that once I sign, I'll still hold on the permit. This time, nobody should die.
Oh, please.
He should still sign. It doesn't take anything from him. Whether he signs or he doesn't sign, they will have a peaceful election. So
I think the Ajapadia thing, halfway through elections 2024, we have not even tagged it because of some of these sentiments that we wanted to look at it. I think we'll have to make another time.
Yes.
Seriously.
Yes.
Yeah. So that at least at our level, we'll be able to speak to the people and explain things that everybody should come to terms with. Elections is if you win the election, you are going to govern the people who have given you the authority.
Yes.
And here we are. Even this Ajapadia book you are running away from family and friends.
No. Don't say I'm running away from. Don't say I'm running. I'm telling you that the book is a fiction. It doesn't have an author.
Doctor,
they are claiming that it is for Nana Akufo-Addo, and they are found to say they have not written any book. So it is the NDC propaganda have written a book based on propaganda without any facts.
My worry is that you stated
so let's
clearly.
educate the public. The book, nobody should read it. It's a propaganda book. Nobody should read it.
No.
There's no truth in the book.
Dr. Bongo, you have not read the book. And
no, I have read the Achim Mafia.
Please.
I told you I've read the Achim Mafia. It is the Achim Mafia that has metamorphosed.
I am not aware of any Achim Mafia. What I am aware of is Ajapadia, which has been in existence since 2016. A blueprint,
yes, that is Achim Mafia.
A blueprint that has been implemented by the government of the day almost to 99.9% intact. That is the book we are talking about. But we haven't finished. I don't go. We cannot finish this thing today.
Don't fall into NDC propaganda.
I will
It's the same thing as Japan.
I will speak to my producer. We will make another time, and then we look.
Farewell.
Yeah. But I've been very, very grateful. And maybe you have some passing words for your new patriotic party people who are following you all over.
Yes,
and then
of
this is
course.
the opportunity.
Yes. Okay. I would like to use this opportunity to thank MPP Russian branch, that is my branch, and my second branch, MPP Germany, to also use this opportunity to ask the people of Bolga East and Bolga Central to vote for MPP presidential candidate. Bolga Central is Figo. He is the presidential candidate. They should vote for him to remove Isaac Adongo out of the seat. And if you go to Bolga East, it is Matthew Amwa, MPP. Your vote boy, that ye Dominic Ayene, Dr. Dominic Ayene. Let's remove these two parliamentary candidates out and take MPP. And I wish Ghanaians well. I pray for you to have the good strength. I pray that we go to this election, have peaceful election, and at the end of the day, we declare MPP as winners. Watch out, Abongo Mashood. Next time, we will debate again. Thank you.
Today, Ghana News TV, we are the masters of the game.
That has been a wonderful show on my today's Ghana News TV, MyView, with no other person but Dr. Mashood Abongo, the chairman, MPP Russia branch. And we've been looking at Ajabadia book, whether it's a reality or it's a fiction, and walking into election 2024. Until we come your way again next week, stay good and God bless us all. Good night.
The country where I come from, the truth is irony. Just like animal farm, justice mean inequity. So who go say the truth? Who go say